Hello, this is Jeremiah with Bull Ridge Plumbing. We are over here at 5803 Cityview. Looking at the sewer line again, we had a little bit of concern that there might be an issue there. We didn't get it very good on the previous videos, so we're out here looking at it again. It seems to be that our concern was all for no reason. Now that we've gotten a little better eyes on it, I'm actually not seeing anything. We are going to go through this fairly slower on those spots of concern, really get good views of them and confirm all this back at the bigger screen on the computer. We are dealing with just kind of small screens here on site, but from what I'm seeing, there should be some relief here that we shouldn't have to worry about these areas. Here's an SDR line as described in the other videos. There's some sludge buildup on the walls and stuff. Here we have kind of an incline. This house sits on a hill. It does have to get a lot of drop to get probably to that city main out there. 109 feet was the end of our video. It's just as far as our camera will go. It's not quite to the city tap, but I'm sure we're pretty close looking at everything from outside. Another angle that it turns here. I believe right in here was our first area of concern. One of our inspectors thought right there, the top left area appeared to have cracks. I'm not seeing those on this screen at all. I just kind of keep going back slow. When I was reviewing this video, this left side, this white buildup we have here, I was concerned might be a crack all the way along, mostly because here when we get towards the end of it, right here, I believed that that edge was kind of buckling in, but looking at it on site and right now here on these smaller screens, it looks to just be some buildup. It doesn't appear to have anything to do with a crack. Keep coming back. Right here is where our concern was at. Oh, I thought we were at 76, so I am going to try to play with this to try to get good eyes on this. Right here. Right there's a pretty good view of it. The spot that was in question that kept seeming to bump the camera around and appeared to have some issues with. As you can see as I come back, it was bumping it right here over to the side, and I believe now that that's just trying to get around this bend, we're going to kind of go back and forth here, try to see if we can get as many looks at this and as slow as we can, just to make sure what's going on, or if there's something going on other than that. There, we make another bend. Again, just seeing some sludge. We see a little water pooled there. Anytime there's water pooled, that can potentially slow the flow of what's going down, potentially leaving the solids behind that could eventually build up and cause a blockage and may need maintenance. Upon arrival, there was a piece of paper that kind of caught towards the end of this, and it washed right through the next wash, and that's just kind of how it works with those. Usually the next flush washes it out, but it's always something to note, always, anytime there's standing water. Here we've got a little more. As I jump the camera a little, you can see that we kind of pop out of the water, so we're about 1 inch deep there in a 4-inch pipe, so I mean, it's not a major issue. We see this a lot, but it is something to kind of just take note of. And as you could see as we came back, I kind of forgot about the footage here, but at what we thought was supposed to be at 75, 76 feet is where we thought our concern was at. Which I think just this footage of this camera and that camera just aren't kind of coinciding, because the issues, that crust, where we're concerned where it's bumping out. You can see right through this section, it's just all straight pipe with just a little water standing. So it's kind of a different area footage wise for some reason. So back to where we were at. The rest of this line, we didn't really notice anything, any of the other videos. It was just that kind of last part of the video. I just really wanted to get better eyes on, just to make sure it was either what we thought it was or it wasn't, and it appears that it wasn't what we thought, so that's a good thing for all the parties involved. But again, I'll just check that on the bigger screen, make sure it's not something I'm not seeing here on the small screen. But looks like I got a little smudge on that corner of the camera. But again, the other video kind of shows that area really well, so I'm not really worried about trying to rinse that off at this point. This part of the line was not any concern. This part inside the house is all ABS piping, as described in the other video. Just a tiny little bit of water there. I mean, maybe a 1/4 inch. Nothing to be concerned about there either. But just kind of like we talked about, anytime there was standing water, that of course being a lot less there. And here we are. This is under the basement lav cabinet. Clean out is stuck there, so we had to go from the lav here, pulled the B-trap and went from there. And kind of a little view of the bathroom and the hallway out here beside us. Thank you. This has been a Bull Ridge production.